quiet hills of Agbete village in Enugu, where the red earth remembers every footstep, a story was born. A story of destiny, betrayal, and the power of the gods. There lived a man named Nana, hardworking, respected, blessed, and his only joy in the world was his daughter, Mamsoma, a girl whose heart was gentle and whose future shone like the morning sun. But peace does not last forever. After the death of his first wife, Nana remarried a woman named Okolie. She arrived with her own daughter, Obianuju, beautiful, confident, adored. On the surface, Okolie seemed kind, but jealousy lived deep inside her heart. For the villagers loved mamsoma, and destiny smiled upon the girl. Okolie wanted that destiny for her own child. One night, after everyone had fallen asleep, Okolie crept into the forest, guided only by her bitterness and the glow of a small lantern. She walked deeper and deeper until she reached the forbidden shrine of Ezumezu, the ancient gods who balance fate. Okolie fell to her knees and cried, "Ezumezu, give my daughter the blessings meant for mamsoma. Give her the beauty, the favor, the fortune, and take mamsoma's own destiny. Give her pain, sickness, suffering." The shrine trembled. A cold wind circled her, and a voice, deep as the earth, answered, "The balance will shift, but every debt must be paid." Okolie agreed. And from that moment, the world of the two girls changed forever. Obianuju blossomed, radiant, admired, overflowing with blessings. But mamsoma, everything she touched, shattered. Her body weakened. Strange sickness clung to her like a shadow. Misfortune followed her footsteps. Even her own father, blinded by unseen forces, began to scold her for things she never did. Okolie watched and smiled. One evening, as the sun bled across the sky, mamsoma walked to the river to fetch water, but her strength was gone. And there, at the riverbank, she collapsed. Her spirit slipped from her body, quietly, gently, like smoke carried by the wind. Mamsoma opened her eyes in a world of shadows, the land between life and death. Before her stood a towering figure, half flame, half wind, the spirit of Ezumezu. Ezumezu spoke, "Child of injustice, your suffering was not born of fate, it was stolen." A mirror of water appeared, and mamsoma watched the truth. Okolie at the shrine, the ritual that swapped destinies, the blessings flowing to Obianuju, and her own pain, forced upon her by wicked hands. Tears burned her cheeks. She whispered, "Why show me this? I am already dead." Ezumezu answered, "Because your story is not finished. Rise, return, restore the balance." A great wind lifted her, light swallowed her spirit, and she was sent back into the world of the living. At midnight, by the river, her body moved. Her fingers twitched, her eyes opened, cold, determined, awakened. Mamsoma stood slowly, the moonlight shining upon her face, and with a voice touched by the gods, she whispered, "I will reclaim what is mine, and they will pay."
When Mamsoma returned from the land of the dead, she did not arrive like a normal girl. She woke up on the cold forest floor. With the mark of Ezumezu burning faintly on her forehead, she remembered everything, her stolen blessings, her stolen destiny, and the stepmother who swapped her fortune with her own daughter. But Mamsoma did not go home immediately. The gods had shown her something else, something terrifying. Her stepsister, Obianuju, now carried the destiny that was never hers.
Fortune followed her, fame chased her, and the villagers called her the chosen child. Meanwhile, her stepmother had buried Mamsoma's body, pretending to weep while celebrating in secret. But the girl the gods have touched cannot be hidden. As Mamsoma walked back toward the village, the birds fell silent. The wind refused to blow, and even the trees bent slightly away from her. That night, she stood at the edge of the village square. She watched her stepmother and Obianuju dance around the fire, celebrating their new fortunes. They did not know death had failed, but Mamsoma's return was only the beginning.
Night swallowed Agbete village whole. No one suspected that Mamsoma had returned from the land of the dead, changed, marked and burning with the power of Ezumezu. Inside Okolie's room, Obianuju admired the beads she bought with stolen fortune. Okolie prepared yam pottage, humming carelessly. Then, the fire died. The room turned ice cold. A long, slow breath swept through the hut. Obianuju froze. Her skin prickled. "Mama, did you hear that?" Before Okali could answer, a shadow stepped into the doorway. A shadow with glowing red eyes. Mamsoma, alive, but not human anymore. Okali dropped her spoon. Obianuju fell to her knees. "Mamsoma, it cannot be you." Mamsoma's voice echoed, layered with spirits. "You took my destiny. You took my life. Now I take back what belongs to me." The charm Okali used to transfer suffering shattered. A black wind sucked it into the earth. Okali screamed as shadowy hands gripped her feet and dragged her toward the center of the room. The shadows of Ezumezu wrapped around Okali, forcing her to relive every lie, every betrayal, every manipulation she committed. She was dragged beneath the ground, not killed, but imprisoned alive beneath the hut, unable to move or speak. A living burial, decreed by Ezumezu, Obianuju. Every pain she transferred to Mamsoma returned violently to her body. Her bones twisted, her breath ceased, and she collapsed unconscious, left trembling on the floor. She lived, but with the same lifetime of suffering she forced onto her stepsister. When the screams finally stopped, Mamsoma turned to leave the hut. She had punished them, but her mission was far from over. As she stepped outside, the ground shook. A deep rumble echoed from the forest. The sky flickered red. Ezumezu's warning. A shadowy figure stood at the edge of the trees, watching her. Not human, not God, something in between. Mamsoma stared. Something or someone else was involved in her suffering. Someone Ezumezu had not shown her yet.
Mamsoma stepped out of the ruins of the hut. The night was quiet. Too quiet. The moon peeked through torn clouds, casting silver light over the village square. Then she saw it. A shadowy figure standing at the edge of the forest, still, watching, waiting. A chill ran through her veins. "Who are you? Show yourself," she demanded. The figure moved, fluid, unnatural. A tall man stepped into the moonlight. His eyes glowed faint red. The villagers would have called him a priest, a wise man, a protector. But Mamsoma's heart knew the truth. He was far from being a protector or a good priest, Mamsoma. "So death couldn't even hold you, but your destiny threatens everything I built." Her fist clenched. "And what do you mean by that? Are you responsible for what was done to me? You seem to know so much about death. Did you assist Okali into destroying my life and swapping my destiny? And all because you feared me?" The shadow laughed. "Yes, you're not far from the truth. You were destined to be something I can never permit. Your mother knew it. I had to erase that future, erase your destiny." Mamsoma's body began to glow. Ezumezu's marks ignited across her skin. Red and gold light wrapped her like fire, searing through the night. "My mother knew. Did you kill my mother? Answer me," she demanded in anger. But the priest laughed and said, "What if I did? What will you do about that?" Then Mamsoma replied, "I will finish what my mother started." Her voice thundered. The shadow lunged. Mamsoma met him midair. Black tendrils of his shadow powers lashed at her. Flames of divine light shot from her hands, burning through the dark. The earth cracked beneath their feet. The wind howled. Trees bent backward as if fleeing the power of their clash. Each strike revealed more of the truth. Her birth mother, Nena, had seen her child's power through visions. The father was charmed into forgetting. Okali was a hollow vessel, meant to destroy her before she could rise. And the chief priest, this man, was the architect of it all, feeding dark spirits to maintain control over the village. The battle tore through the forest. Shadows collided with fire. Sparks rained like molten stars. Finally, Mamsoma gripped the shadow by the throat. Her eyes blazed. "It's over. Speak the truth, or burn in your lies." The shadow screamed. Ezumezu's voice echoed through the night. "Reveal everything, child of suffering. Let her see her destiny." The mastermind's defenses faltered. He spat blood. I feared you. Your mother told me her visions. I knew if you grew strong, you would replace me. The village would be free. I could not allow it. I killed your mother. I planted Okali as a vessel. I charmed your father. I thought I could erase you." Mamsoma's rage erupted. She raised her hands. Golden and red flames fused with shadows of the village spirits. He screamed. The forest trembled. The darkness around him was ripped apart. When the dust cleared, the shadow lay broken, powerless. Mamsoma's chest heaved. She lowered her hands. Light replaced darkness. Ezumezu's voice whispered, "You were born to restore balance, to break the chains of fear, and the child death could not hold has risen." Mamsoma turned to the village. The dawn's first rays illuminated her glowing form. She had reclaimed her life, her destiny, her power. The villagers stepped out, witnessing the priestess they never knew they needed. Her father, freed from the charm, fell to his knees. "Mamsoma, my daughter, my child," he whispered. She smiled, tears in her eyes. The mastermind was defeated. The curse was broken. The priestess had returned, and Agbete village finally breathed freely.
and from that day onwards the people renamed their village from Agbete to Ihi, and their lands and descendants prospered. The end. If you watch to the end, comment, like, share, follow and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories.